of the grand final between Krogoth and Terminator. And Boog is here with me on Skype, and
Howdy, howdy.
we're checking out this match. Um,
All right, so you were saying before that this is a little controversial because the last match was also on this map, but and Terminator won, but Krogoth was saying it was because the spawns are unfair.
yeah,
Which,
that's
to be fair,
correct.
does seem a little true that the spawns are unfair on this map. But now they're swapped, and we'll see how it goes.
Exactly, yeah. So we have Terminator in the bottom with the single mechs over here, and Krogoth in the top right with 3 mechs to start. So Krogoth already has 7 metal, whereas Terminator has 3, and it's not really choice per se, but it's kind of what the map is giving them.
And then Terminator made the choice of going very quickly into a lab, which seems smart.
Right, and I'm sure it's a good idea to get cons out and get the calm out of there, so you can start moving around and dropping some mexes down, probably even some defenses. Krogoth just now getting his lab up.
I'm used to seeing Krogoth's playstyle as building a lot of cons. You can see him quickly building a lot of energy, so
Hmm.
I bet as soon as he locks things down, he'll go into doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe
Looks like
like.
Terminator's doing that too. He's going for three construction K-bots right off the bat.
Hmm. And Krogoth will have enough energy soon, I think, to just start straight pumping those out without any loss, and actually a net gain on both metal and energy. Around 7 metal income and around 200 energy. That's all you really need to calm guard a factory with cons. Looks like Terminator's Pee-wee is now crossing the middle, little straight right there, and Krogoth's weasels are going to be meeting it soon. So yeah, Krogoth's going for a second construction vehicle. Terminator's got 3 cons out at the moment, building a fourth.
Terminator has no defense, and these weasels are going right by the Pee-wee. You might get caught unaware.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how soon he gets laser towers up. Because he's going to need them. I'm sure Krogoth is going to be able to use those weasels to take out the construction units. It's not something that a less experienced player would probably be able to do first Terminator, but Krogoth definitely has the skill to pull this off. So
Yeah, and it looks like Terminator's starting to build out some Pee-wees, which are generally an effective defense against.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be able to do a good job at keeping those weasels at bay. Just station one Pee-wee per max, and building that's not defended, and it'll be difficult for Krogoth to use those Pee-wees or weasels rather.
Terminator now has a better metal income than Krogoth, which is interesting, given the start.
Yeah, also energy as well, but this could change pretty quickly. We have this con unit, and 2 weasels have started engaging it, using the trees for cover on the construction unit, and Pee-wee is taking out some of these weasels. And he's also reclaiming one of the weasels. Or no, he's repairing the metal extractor. And going straight to rebuilding that, and more Pee-wees have been produced from that K-bot lab, so these weasels are going to get cut off here. End of story. Terminator's Calm is building a forward base with windmills and radar and metal extractors, and now dropping an LT as well. But Krogoth still has a weasel outstanding. This weasel is probably going to find the construction unit far southeast, and instigators are now pumping out of Krogoth's lab. He's just finished a con unit, but the instigators are now crossing the strait in the middle.
Yep, Krogoth is now looking like he's in better shape. He's catching up on his metal economy. He has more attack units going forward, and similar number of construction units, but his are construction vehicles, which are much better than construction K-bots.
Right, and construction vehicles have more hit points, and they also build things faster, right?
Yep.
So we've got two things going on right now. We have Krogoth's instigators crossing over the middle, Terminator's Pee-wees moving to combat those, and Weasel taking out mexes in the southeast. Meanwhile, Terminator's commander is building more windmills in the middle, and I'm guessing he might be trying to establish some kind of perimeter to keep these units from invading as easily. So instigators are now going to become more and more of a problem for Terminator. It's possible for him to get the instigators around those trees to the north of those windmills. On the north coast, but he's probably not going to see that. Terminator's calm, moving in to attack those instigators. 2 instigators down with 1 D gun, and the other one is in the middle of 2 LLTs and 1 commander. Seeing that, I think Krogoth might want to retreat with those instigators. It's just otherwise it's just free metal, right?
I think so, and well, it looks like he's trying to sneak around the edge, but Terminator's got his Pee-wees to back up his defense there. Oh, one made it through.
Good. Hopefully Terminator does not forget about that instigator. It just made it through. He's got more than enough Pee-wees to take care of it, but he's got to use adequate micro to catch up with it. Might not happen.
Yeah, I think it snuck by his backup Pee-wees and could cause some damage.
Yeah, it is low on health. But it seems like another instigator is getting through at the moment. Krogoth just
seems like Terminator is pushing forward with his commander. I think probably his idea is to set up a choke point as far forward as possible.
That would be effective, and his commander has enough. I don't think Krogoth's ever going to send a force large enough to destroy Terminator's commander at this point in the game. We're only 8 minutes in. But the instigator, like you said, it's taking out those mexes at the back, and not Krogoth, but Terminator is sending quite a few reinforcements to guard that.
Krogoth's going level 2. Very fast level 2. It's a risky move.
Yeah, he's only got 500 energy income at the moment. I'm not sure how much energy his wind gens are making though, but he definitely has enough metal to do this.
I think the question in my mind is it doesn't look like Krogoth has any defenses to speak of, and so if Terminator is able to get onto the other side of the map while Krogoth spends a lot of his money leveling up, he might be able to push forward and take out all the mexes.
Right.
Terminator doesn't seem to have that many Pee-wees to push forward with, though, so that might not be an option.
Right.
Wow, and now Terminator's going level 2. They both went quick.
Right, and Krogoth's also building an aircraft plant at this moment. I think he's going to try and drop some Reapers. And this K-bot lab going up. What kind of K-bots do you think would benefit Terminator the most at this point? He's got these instigators coming at him, and he's trying to push across this strait right now.
In terms of L2?
Yeah.
I would think that, believe it or not, Pelicans would do a ton of damage because nothing is defended. They could just walk around the side and kill all the mexes.
Right, and there's a lot of windmills too that could go down. That would definitely cut the momentum on Krogoth's side. Valkyrie is being built from the aircraft plant.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that would be a huge problem. I think if he's able to pull that off, the best defense that Terminator could have would probably be,
Mavericks?
Spider. Just one Spider.
Spider, yeah. Spider would be good. Send a spider and some peewees. Very, very easy recipe for taking out Reapers. Air Scout is going on the south. And Terminator is easily repelled 1 LT, pushes about 20 peewees back. So it's kind of a risky move, sending out this Air Scout. It's possible that Terminator could have radar somewhat close and see. So the Reaper is being transported now to that southeast island. And looks like an Air Scout going west and a Reaper heading out west. Krogoth's going to do a double drop. And he's also strengthening his forward front line with instigators and light laser towers. Looks like raiders coming out of at least one raider, and more Reapers being built for drops. And the southeast Reaper seems to be stationary at the moment. I think he's waiting to do a simultaneous drop. Heavy laser tower going up in the southeast, and I don't think that's going to be going up in time. He should have built some,
no way that'll
some
be ready.
anti-air. Also, simultaneously, we have a Reaper drop on the north, although looks like some turrets could take that one out. These Air Scouts playing a very, very crucial role. Air Scout at the top went down. Krogoth knows he's going to have to drop that Reaper a little further north. Reaper dropped in the southeast, no problem. Krogoth's got a Reaper on the other side. And looks like the Valkyrie just successfully dropped a Reaper on the north side too. Krogoth has 2 Reapers on Terminator's island right now. And they are just causing damage.
You can see that Terminator's immediately building some spiders. I think there really is only hope. He needs to get 2 built immediately.
No.
There's one. That one.
Now one spider can stop this massacre.
And it just did.
Yeah,
there goes.
I think we have a stunned Reaper getting hit repeatedly by an LT. Another spider is en route. No, there's no other spider en route. He's got to start building that second spider.
He built the second one, but he sent it north by accident.
No, it's a big mistake. Bad micro costing Terminator a lot of resources, a lot of buildings right here. The Reaper in the southeast just keeps coming north, keeps killing things, and Terminator is not able to respond or do much on the front line while this happens. And more Reapers are almost more Reapers are being prepared to drop on Terminator's island.
There, the spider hit the second Reaper.
So that Reaper is going to be stunned until other units can dispatch it. Meanwhile, looks like we have Terminator rebuilding some of his base, and Krogoth is preparing another attack. 3 Reapers have been loaded up into Valkyries and are heading for the southeast section of Terminator's island. This section is not defended, and Krogoth knows this.
I don't see Terminator coming back from this. This is quite a big disadvantage.
Yes, we are 38-49, and energy is somewhat even, but at this point, this is quite of a challenge.
Looks like he's going to try to reclaim the Reaper.
Yeah,
meanwhile, 3 more fly in.
Oh no! So 3 more Reapers dropping down right now. And maybe it wasn't such a good idea to try and reclaim that Reaper. I wonder if he's going to have that Reaper after this is all taken care of. He's totally going to have that Reaper. Alright, Krogoth, pick up the Reaper that's damaged and get it repaired. I don't see Terminator doing anything that's going to help him get back from this.
He's built a few more spiders, but once you have a critical mass of Reapers, they can start melting spiders before they get close enough to do anything. I think this is over.
It probably is. and that spider just stunned a lot of those Kiwis right there.
Stun the Reapers for half a second.
Half a second. Kiwis aren't going to do anything to these Reapers. Although 2 spiders just got on the scene. 3 spiders.
Oh. Well.
But
nope.
2 of them already dead. That 3rd one's going to go down pretty soon, I think.
Well, he did some pretty good micro there.
Yeah.
Not the picture as long as they did, but it's gonna be. It's hard for 1 spider to take on 3 Reapers.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Oh, but 1 spider with 2 Reapers is no problem.
Yeah.
So he'll repel this attack. Meanwhile, how are their resources going? Terminator's actually catching up on the metal front because he's building mohos, while Krogoth has just been building more attack units. Still, the attack units are probably a little more threatening. And I think this next wave of attack by Krogoth is going to be an even bigger problem.
Yeah, Terminator spent that much time trying to deal with 3 Reapers, actually 4 Reapers, and Krogoth's just going to send another 3.
But one of the things that I think Terminator is doing very well is while he's focusing so much of his efforts on repelling these Reapers, he's really doing a lot of work on the side, which is actually he's winning the resource game right now as a result.
Yeah, a little low in energy, but he's definitely gaining on metal and building a hovercraft platform in middle. Although I think anti-air should be his priority in Southeast at the moment. As he's
if you see Krogoth, he's starting to mass up bombers.
Right, and we have 6 more Reapers about to get dropped. So it looks like 4 Reapers just got dropped on the Southeast, and the 5th and the 6th are coming soon. Spiders and Peewees are Terminator's response to this problem, although Maverick is now being built.
And he has 1 Maverick complete. I think he probably needs more spiders if he has a hope of stunning 6 Reapers.
Yeah, 6 Reapers is the critical mass that you were talking about. if there is one to deal with Terminator's units at the moment. Terminator's still not aware of these 6 Reapers. I think he might know about them, but I'm not sure if he knows what to expect outside the Fog of War. Okay, 1 Reaper, 2 Reapers just came out of Fog of War, and now we have spiders and Peewees running away north. Let's see, what do we have? We've got. Let's see, those Valkyries are heading back to base right now, and Peewees and Spiders retreating north a little bit. Now 19 minutes into the game, and Krogoth's units are mostly stationary. He's got a lot of construction units building a lot of economy units. We've got energy storages, mohos, windmills, and geothermals upgrading. More fighting in the south now. This looks like a slaughter.
Yep, these spiders aren't lasting. This is 2 Mavericks coming down, but they're just going to get swept over.
Yeah, Mavericks just got
spiders
stunned.
are actually doing more harm than good.
And it's not really possible to focus fire while retreating. So that's another issue for Terminator. Looks like the second Maverick just went down. He's got 3 Mavericks left. And he's now building spiders again. Meanwhile, Krogoth is building a mass of bombers and air scouts. Both are going down east, and Spider coming in from Shockwave. Just stun a couple of them for a little while. That gives the Mavericks some time to move in and try and get to their most effective range, but that's not going to help.
Spiders are exploding and stunning his own army.
explode and stun the Mav. I think at this point he just needs more Mavericks. That Reaper on the northeast side is very hurt. One Maverick shot will take that one out, but it's not that easy to micro shots.
I think with only 3 Reapers left, he should be able to defend with the spiders that he has. I think he's got it under control now.
Right, looks like bombers are now coming in though. I don't think Krogoth wants to give Terminator any time to respond to this. 3 Reapers in the base, but let's see what this air attack does. There's quite a few defenders here.
Oh no, his Reapers are coming back to life as Terminator stopped to focus on something else.
We got a Maverick out, and that'll be good enough to deal with these Reapers. But
here come the bombers.
Bombers, they're coming in right now. And their target seems to be this advanced K-Bot lab, which is dead now.
Almost survived it though.
Almost survived it.
Wouldn't have survived 2 rounds.
No. What's the next target? Next target's the other lab. Survives the attack, but these attacks are going to target things up. Manages to take out some windmills, but still, regardless, Terminator is spilling metal right now, and he has no advanced K-Bot lab left.
I'm interested to see, so Terminator has built a transport hovercraft, which I have to imagine he was planning on moving some Mavericks around. Now he has no way of building them, so I wonder what he's going to do.
Right, it's kind of a challenge when your plan gets screwed up so hard like that. And
truthfully, what Terminator could do is just start powering out some zappers. Is Krogoth, as great an advantage as he has right now, he still has built no defenses.
Right. Zappers on the east side of Krogoth's island and on the northwest would do tremendous damage.
However, now Krogoth is coming in with another round of Reapers, and Terminator was really relying on building spiders to keep them off. It doesn't look like he's making any attempt to rebuild a construction lab or a K-Bot lab, so he just has these 3 spiders and that's it.
And as along with those 3 spiders, he doesn't have any AA in the southeast as well, and he still has that transport hovercraft that isn't really going to be able to transport that much of a threat anymore.
Looks like he's going to maybe force these not to land.
That would be a good tactic at this point, but the Valkyries are faster than these Peewees and spiders. It's going to be I think Krogoth will find a way. Krogoth's moving the Reapers even further in. I think he knows there isn't any AA right there. And wow, that's pretty far. That's pretty far.
Looks like he's transporting them to an area where they can't do anything.
Yeah.
He might bring in some scout units to see where he can land. Oh, yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
All right. So we have 2 Mavericks left here, and scouts are going to see this. And I think he knows where he can land. He's going to try and land just under this cliff right here. He's got 5 Reapers, 7 Reapers actually, and the Reapers are dropping down right now. We've got 3 Reapers on the ground, 4 Reapers on the ground. And he's going to be able to clear the landing zone for the rest of these. Meanwhile, that seems to still be Krogoth's main plan for attack, but he is building a T3 gantry. Krogoth is going Type 3, and I think this might be one of the first games in this tournament that we've seen that lab built. Although
Krogoth has over 80 metal coming in and over 3,000 energy, so he's in a good shape to pick up. I'm still kind of surprised that he doesn't have much more in the way of defense. Though you can see now he's all of a sudden started to build some HLTs around the coasts. which means that kind of any kind of. I thought that maybe Terminator might have some hope if he snuck a attack by the back.
Maybe transports or is that?
I think that hope is be going away.
Yeah, that window is
as Krogoth
closing
builds
for
these
sure.
HLTs.
These HLTs just totally, prevent that strategy from being effective at all. The north approach of attack still open, but I think this is GG. We've got 7 Reapers returning his main base. He doesn't have any defense. He's just about to
go down. No spiders.
That's GG for Terminator. Looks like the game is over. And congrats